Hello everyone, long time no see. How are we all doing? I'll give it a few minutes to let you guys join in. We'll make sure everything's okay and then we'll decide where in Westeros we are going to go today. How have you all been? Hi Rex, hi Galaxy, good to see you both. Hi Lance. Hans, how are we all doing? Let me know how the audio is. I say it's been a long time, so things might not sound quite right. Some of my settings may have changed slightly, and so on, so on, so on. Okay, all sounds good apparently. So, yeah, we're going to be playing CK3, of course. What else on the channel? It's been a while since I've played. Obviously, when we started those series a few months ago, and I played as Rhaegar, I think is who we played as. And then we did start a House Grand one, and then the update came, which did unfortunately put a stop to that one because the mods would no longer keep up to date. So I'll let you guys decide which bookmark we should go with. I think I might go for 258 actually, just because I haven't played since this new update has been in place, which has been in place for a little while, of course, but yeah, I've not had time to play. So we will go with 258, but I'll wait for you guys to say who you think that we should play as. We've of course got Maelys Blackfyre, Prince Jaehaerys, King Aegon V, and Egg. We've got Lannister's Reign, or we could play as any ruler during this time, depending on who you guys think. I suppose we could go for Blackfyre, just because I've not played in the East yet, and we could maybe go down a different route, trying to build a separate kingdom, a Blackfyre kingdom out here. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more updates, though. I'm looking forward to most when we finally get War of the Five Kings, to be honest, because that's my favourite bookmark to play in, or A Feast for Crows in CK2. I really enjoyed playing in that one because it was like the latest version that you could get, so at least then you weren't actually changing anything lore-wise and just making your own lore. Okay, well, we'll go as Maelys Blackfyre, why not? Okay, War of the Nine Penny Kings, of course. Bastard's blood courses through the veins of Maelys the Monstrous, a grotesquely strong warrior and a savage leader. To gain control of the Golden Company, he killed a warhorse with a single punch and pulled his cousin Daemon's head from his body. Now surrounded by nefarious supporters, he may just have the strength to fulfill the destiny of the Black Dragon. Brute strength may win battles, but will Maelys have the cunning and tact to take the Seven Kingdoms for his own? Well, let's find out. Oh, the Rogue Prince. Oh, nice. Okay, that's a pretty decent one, actually, as well. That could be quite interesting. A decent bookmark. I suppose just before the Dance of Dragons. I'm guessing that the dragons are going to be ready for that, then. As, of course, I think that is one of the things that the mod team are currently struggling with, isn't it? If I'm correct, is implementing the dragons into CK3. Hello Rex, nice to see you, mate. How you doing? I'm just waiting for as to load in. I don't know why it's taking so long. It doesn't normally. I am attempting to stream on Twitch for the first time as well, but I don't think it's going very well. So we may just be sticking to YouTube by the looks of things. I'm not sure why my data isn't going over that way, but I don't think we're going to get many viewers from there anyway, of course, as most of you guys will be watching through YouTube. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Ben, to be honest. I do like the mod, but like with CK2, I could literally play CK2 A Game of Thrones for hours and hours upon end, but with CK3, I do tend to get bored a little bit quicker, whether it is because it's just not so in-depth yet. CK2 A Game of Thrones was ridiculously in-depth, of course, so I suppose there is that. It could be that why I feel that way. We'll just give it another minute or so if you guys don't mind, just to allow other people to join, as we have only just come on. They are adding dragons. I thought so, Galaxy. Thanks. Yeah, I thought that they were. I'd seen some things, but I haven't really had time to keep up to date with the news over on the Discord. Barely had time to keep up with my own Discord. I don't know how everything is so active there still, considering. So I do thank you guys who are in the Discord for keeping it so active. Hey Vinny, how you doing? Jorman, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see the mods here. Thanks, Ben. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. That was like the height of the channel. I wish I had the time to carry it on and continue growing. I am at 4,999 subscribers at the start of this stream. So hopefully by the end of the day, we can get to the 5,000, which is, wow, yeah, I don't know how the hell we've got there. No idea. You guys must be crazy. No idea how we've done it. All right. I'm not sure if we're streaming properly on Twitch at all, but let's see. So, the Band of Nine. Each of us shall carve out a kingdom unto ourselves. I'm not going to attempt to say that name, as you guys know my pronunciation is really bad, so yeah, we'll give that one a miss. Beneath the great tree of crowns in the disputed lands, my birthright will be hard won. Even wresting control of the Golden Company was no easy feat. Now before me kneel 9 of the most heinous outlaws in Essos, the type of support only one known as the Monstrous could secure. With the last Valyrian, Old Mother, Spotted Butcher, the Bad Apple, Nine Eyes, the Ebon Prince, and Lord of Battles at my back, the Iron Throne will be mine. But the 5th Blackfyre Rebellion will require careful measure, as my next steps will surely send ripples that will reach the small council of the 7 kingdoms. I must make haste, lest my enemies bring the war to me. We will install the Silver Tongue in Tyrosh. I have no time for this. We will take the Stepstones and on to Westeros. The pirate wants lease, then he'll have it. What have we got? Let's... We'll install the Silver Tongue into Tyrosh. We'll start with that. Yes, Rex, where you do said... Oh, it says 5,000 now, John. Awesome, we've done it. It could round it up, but I'm just going to say no, we've done it. We've done it. We've hit 5,000 somehow. No idea how, but we've done it. Thanks, guys. Stitch, why is my Discord still active? Me. Sends links and causes chaos. Yes, Rex, you spend many, many links in the Discord, but you're free to do what you like. You're not hurting anybody. Why not? Some people might enjoy them. Oh, thank you so much, Hudson. Unfortunately, I need to do a little bit of testing around with House Grand so that we can get it going again. When the new update of the mod came out, I think it messed up my sub-mods a little bit, so because of that, it has made it a little bit awkward to get it going. I did have to do some mod tests before trying out the stream as well today, because for some reason some of the sub mods were making things a bit awkward. Everything seemed fine, and then you went into your core tiers, and let's just say that Barristan the Bold was being a little bit too bold But unfortunately, we managed to fix that, and then he did have his clothes back on now. Hey, Albert, mate, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks, Vinette. Is it everything streaming all right on Twitch, or is it a black screen? Because on mine, it's just showing as a black screen, so I don't know if it's just dead over there. Okay, so we've had some allies join the war. Let's have a little look then, because I've not actually looked at melees. I've not played the newest update of the mod, so King of Melees and Monstrous. We've even got the little baby face sticking out the side of our neck. Wrathful, ambitious, authoritative, and sadistic. Yeah, that sounds about right for Melees and Monstrous. Skilled tactician, aggressive attacker, organizer, knight, kinslayer, yes, strong, hunchback, giant, hideous, refusing marriage, shrewd banker, formidable fighter, disfigured, Herculeon. Wow, absolutely just ridiculous then. Yeah, Twitch is broke as fuck. Yeah, I thought it was. I've got no idea what's gone wrong over there. That's quite annoying. I'll have to try that again. Next time we'll just stick with YouTube for now then. That's frustrating as hell. No idea what's gone wrong over there. Okay, so we can't marry. Do we have an heir? We do have an heir. Prince Maynard of the Blackfyre host, 3 years old, hale, homely, and rowdy. We'll educate him ourselves for now. We could maybe find a match for him, but I think we'll wait to find a match for him until we maybe go to Westeros. Maybe we can get some sort of alliance then with one of the Blackfyre loyalists. We do need to pick a focus. Of course, we're going to go with Marshall. I don't think there's really anything else that you could do with melees, and I think authority focus would be the best. And we've nearly already got the Overseer branch completely maxed out, which is awesome. Yeah, that's what I've noticed, Galaxy. Yeah, I think that's where all the issues have come from, unfortunately. Can one of the mods send the proper stream link in the stream? Yeah, I don't know why it's come up as a different one, Albert, but that's a good idea. Yeah, will one of the mods send that over for me, please, guys? Okay, so who do we have in our court? Who are our vassals? We do have 13 vassals. I'm guessing it's all these ones around here in the disputed lands. We actually have quite a big bit of land, don't we? We've got the Bad Apples, the High Lordship of the Shambles. Who have we got in charge of this? Nine Eyes. That's our land. We've got, yeah, Lord Derek, the Bad Apple of House Fossilway. Who do we have over here? Lord Lymond, Lord of Battles. Okay. And do we have anyone else? Lord Jobar, the Ebon Prince of the Trade Cities. Okay, so we're attacking Tyrosh now, aren't we? So let's raise all our armies. We want ourselves as our commander if we can. Get some of that battle experience. We do have some notifications as well that we need to look over at some point. Hey Eli, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. In my campaign, I got Melees a concubine and got twins, conquer Lee, Stepstones, and Tyrosh, and keep his son alive instead of killing him for the hatching event. There's a hatching event to kill him. Well, that's a bit brutal. I don't think we'll be doing that considering we only have one heir. Can we still take concubines then, even though we're refusing marriage? Because at least then we could get some bastards and legitimize them that way just to get more than one heir. It's always good to have a spare. I do have all the DLC Rex so far, apart from I've not pre-ordered the new ones yet that will be out soon. We can grant vassals to a rightful liege. Who have we got? Yeah, we'll do that then just to keep them on side. It does give us an empty council position, which is our Castellan, our Hand of the King. Who do we have to fill that role? Okay, the Silver Tongue. He's very good at diplomacy. Yes, we'll leave him where he is. A very good nickname for him with that diplomacy. We've got Boric Strong, who is one of our knights. Yeah, let's assign him as our hand, then our Castellan. That will do for now. Galaxy has now worried me, so we will unpause just to make sure that nothing is wrong. We will slow it down to 2, though, because I feel that 3 can be a little bit too quick sometimes. We've got our 17,000 strong host here. Looks like our allies are marching straight over to Tyrosh, so we'll make our way over there as well. Who else do we... We'll slow it down to 1, actually. Who else do we have in our council? So, yeah, Boric Strong, Lord Alaque, Lord Joabar, Lord Lyamond, and Lord Derek Fossaway, okay. I just want to try and get these under our control for now. We are educating our child. Our allies have joined the war, okay. Let's get rid of those for now. Hey Chris, glad to see you, mate. I'm glad that you could make it. Hey Theodis, how are you? I'm all good, thanks. So what's everyone thinking of House of the Dragon so far? What's everyone's opinions on the season so far? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Right, what have we got here? Have we got a enemy host? A faction has been created against us, and a faction targeting us disbanded pretty much instantly. So it looks like we've got an enemy host here, so we will try and get ourselves involved here in the disputed lands. It's cool now that we do have some of the free cities. It's a shame that we haven't got all of them yet, but it's cool that we do have some. We do have Andalos up here as well, which could be an interesting playthrough at some point, trying to turn the east back Andal. And our host is here with our allies 20,000, so that's going to pretty much wipe out that Tyroshi threat, really, isn't it? If we're perfectly honest. One of our vassals has been imprisoned, which is frustrating so early on when we've just had a fight against such a small host. Yeah, I agree. It is very, very pro-black, isn't it? The Hot D so far. Very, very pro-black. But it seems like, for me, the more they try and make it pro-black, the more that I lean to Aegon. Especially this season. The actor playing Aegon is absolutely stealing the show. Incredible acting. And I'm liking him more and more every episode. Even though I know that's probably not a good thing, considering he's not the nicest of people. But that's the whole point of the Dance of Dragons. You shouldn't be rooting for anyone. You should be rooting for the small folk, because everyone is a complete bastard in the Dance of Dragons. You think it's more green biased, Chris? Interesting take. I'm a bit annoyed that they just seem too scared to make Rhaenyra do anything questionable at all. It's like they don't want to upset Rhaenyra fans by making her do anything questionable. So, like, yeah, it's quite frustrating. The Pirate Lord Saramar has brought me a gift of ancient Valyrian scrolls, which he claims to have taken in a raid on Valantis. The tongue of my ancient motherland is well known to me, and the secrets these vellum pages offer are intriguing. They tell of how to awaken the dragons. At the cost of doing so, should I retake Westeros, the last living dragon will no doubt forge my legitimacy. Yet the price to be paid is heavy. The sacrifice of Kingsblood. Kingsblood runs through my son's veins. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice my only son. If we had a spare, sure, why not? It's worth risking it for a dragon, isn't it? But I'm not doing it until we've got a spare. The Knights of Vandalia live action would be amazing, Eli. If only we could. It would be so good. I hope someone does add the Andal invasion bookmark. That's what I think we need. More bookmarks. More bookmarks. And I think that it should have started with War of the Five Kings. That's actually most in-depth area. That's where it should have started. I'm fine with Robert's Rebellion and the other bookmarks that we've now got. It's awesome that we've got them, but I think you've always got to start with War of the Five Kings. It was nice to finally see the first dance as well, of course, in the latest episode. Although it was annoying that Sunfire is my favourite dragon, so the fact that we got to see Sunfire for the whole of like 5 minutes and then that's all we're going to see of like prime Sunfire was upsetting, but never mind. Can we actually siege Tyrosh? Because I've got oh, valuable prisoner captured. We've captured the Magister. Yeah, I don't need to know about this. Dismiss. Can we now... yeah, come on, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we will enforce demands, and the Band of Nine's war for Lord Alaqua's claim on the free city of Tyrosh is won. perfect. Does he now become our vassal? I'm guessing. Yes, I understand. The Band of 9. While Tyrosh is in the capable hands of my ally, the Band of 9 becomes ever stronger. A worthy prize in my eyes. Daemon the Black Dragon once called Tyrosh home, and Blackfyre support will not be hard to come by with a new tyrant. Arshan. Fortune favours the bold, and I must make my next move with haste. The Lords of Westeros have doubtless heard rumour of my menace. I have no time for this. We will take the Stepstones and onto Westeros. The pirate wants Lys, so we will take Lys next. We've still got our host, so we will march. Is this a Lys army? That's a lot of men, if so. We'll march back through our own lands for now. Enemy allies have joined the war. I'm trying to keep up with chat where I can. It is good to see Essos in the game. It is good. Bitter Steel. Do we have Blackfyre? Or is Blackfyre lost already by this point? I know Bitter Steel takes it back over. I can't remember if Melee's monstrous. Did he wield Blackfyre? I can't actually remember. Oh, let's go into our inventory. No, apparently we don't. We don't wield Blackfyre. Interesting. I do feel like Blackfyre will show back up with Fagon in the books, and hopefully Dark Sister comes back south of the wall as well. Oh, egg can interfere. Interesting. I believe it would, Albert, but don't feel like you have to. So don't ever feel like you have to do that, mate. I appreciate the gesture, but yeah, don't feel like you have to do that, mate. We do have an empty council position. Chancellor. I thought we already had a Chancellor. Is he now not our vassal and just our ally? That's quite annoying. So we will have to go. We'll go with Boric Strong then, which means we're going to need a new hand of the king. Hey, Raymond Strickland. Let's design. Let's get Strickland in charge of that. Yeah, it is always fun to play with a dragon, isn't it? To be fair, when you just melt everything inside. I remember like one of the first series I ever did on the channel was as Maegor the Cruel. And I literally just played and seen how long we could get away with just being cruel. And it was actually scary how long we got away with it for. It was like everyone was that scared of Maegor by the end in that playthrough that no one would even dare to try and oppose him. I think like I got a kill count of like 200 people in your, you know, when you have your kill count in CK2, like 200 lords and characters. God knows how many were actually killed on the battlefields. Where is this enemy host, or have we just got to... Ah, there we go. We're sieging down somewhere in the Lys lands now. No, Anglo-Saxon. No, you don't need... I'm pretty sure you can play the mod with just the basic vanilla game. Obviously, having the DLC will add more flavour to the mod, as well as using some sub-mods, but I'm pretty sure you should be able to play with the basic version. The best thing I always find to do with CK3 is wait for the... Don't go out and buy the DLCs if you're not desperate for them. Wait for the sales, because they always go on sale at some point. I'm pretty sure they might be on sale at the moment, and you can save a lot of money, because they are... Especially the CK3 DLCs, they are rather expensive in my opinion for what they are. We've had some good ones. The Tawny one and stuff like that was a really cool addition, but I don't think any of them are worth the price. They're a lot dearer than the CK2 ones were. That's a good point, Rex. That is normally the first thing I do whenever I start a series or a stream, is pin the important characters. You can tell how rusty I am and how out of practice I am that I've not done that, and I've sort of just rushed in. So we really should go round and pin the important characters. Thank you for reminding me, Rex. Thank you. Right, so yeah, we'll pin them. Who else is going to be important? Got all the Lord Paramounts. Maybe the Lord Paramounts would be a good idea. So we'll pin the Tyrells. We'll pin the West. We'll pin the Isles. Will the Isles play a part? I suppose they could. We'll pin Lord Stark, who is at war apparently. Who are the Starks currently fighting against? Attacking Pirate Lord Great Badger of Skull Tides in the Iron Throne Skull Tides. Oh, they're trying to subjugate the Stepstones themselves. Interesting. That could make things rather difficult for us in time. Is that John Aaron? Wow, I forget how old John Aaron is, that he's 40 even in this bookmark. That is insane. No wonder Liza lost the plot. That is absolutely ridiculous. Stormlands, let's get the Baratheons, Lord Paramount Ormond. And finally, the Martells. Oh my god, so annoying. So much easier to pin in CK2. Right. Thanks again, Rex. Thank you again. Right, have we sieged this land down yet? Not yet. Wow, Eli, thank you so much. You really shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have, but I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. And yeah, we'll do it eventually, once we can. Because a lot of it depends on poor old Chris. That's 50. No way. It's not, is it, Chris? Eli, what have you done that for, man? You shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't have done that. You really shouldn't have done. Wow. Thank you so much. But yeah, we do. We need to get the Knights of Vandalia back. I still have 2 episodes recorded that have been recorded for like a year and a half that still haven't been edited. I saved them from my laptop and moved them over to the new PC. They're there. The POVs are written, which I feel like I really let Matt and Amir down there because they spent that time recording them and I just haven't made them. I really need to do that. But yeah, we did make a lot of characters. Chris did some ridiculous amount of work messing around with maps and stuff. But yeah, it's really not fair on poor Chris because he's the only one with the modding experience, and it's too much work for poor Chris. He's got a lot going on himself as well. He is obviously really hands-on with the Discord as well. So yeah, I'd love to learn to do it so that I could put some work into it as well at some point. Maybe we'll make a submod at some point. We'll see, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon. But we will bring more. I will try and get more stuff out on the channel soon. I'm going to try and stream more regularly because when doing a series, it's the whole editing and the uploading. It takes a lot of time, which is quite hard with Lila and Damon. As you know, they can be a pain in the backside. So I'm hoping by streaming it's just easier. I can just jump on, stream, jump off, and there's no editing or any messing around afterwards. But I'll still try and throw a series out there, but the uploads probably won't be as regularly as before, and we'll try and stream more regularly instead. And I do like the streaming as well because I feel like I get to talk to you guys more, which is also amazing. So I feel like it's a lot more connected. Hi Becca, I've been good. How are you, mate? A Royner in the Riverland series. That was something I always planned to do on CK2. I really wanted to do that. It was something that I thought about a lot, but sorry, I just need to escape so I can get to my other screen because it's dragging. I need to turn that off. I just want to give a big thumbs up to Eli. But yeah, I always thought that would be such a good idea, the Royner, because obviously we did Knights of Vandalia and the Andals land in the north instead. So it would have been cool to do the Royner, but they land in the Riverlands rather than in Dawn. I thought that would have made for a really cool series. It's something I'd like to do if we get the chance on CK3. It was one of those in the back burner along with lots of other ideas and of series that we came up with in the Discord. And we have hit the 5k. Thank you, Becca. I really appreciate it. I can't believe we've done that. As we've hit 5k, I do tend to try and do... It's been a while, obviously, because I've not been uploading as regularly in the last year or two. But whenever we do hit something like that, I do tend to always do a little giveaway just to try and give something back to you guys. Something, a Song of Ice and Fire or Crusader Kings related. So, yeah, join the Discord and keep your eye out for that because I will do something like that coming up so that you guys can enter and one or two of you will hopefully get something nice. If you're not in the Discord though, don't worry, I will probably post about that on YouTube, so those who haven't got Discord can take part too. My vigilant Marshal Derek has lately grown concerned over the state of our frontier defences. Sorry, I've been blagging on a little bit. Let's try and get back to the game. You must at once make a visit to the fortresses in the lordship of Jaehaerys. God, I know a lot of you hate my pronunciation, so I apologise. That's the only problem when we're playing in the East. I struggle pronouncing the English-sounding stuff, so it would greatly improve the morale of your soldiers, who have otherwise grown quiet forlorn. He pauses, but I should mention that there has been rumours completely unfounded about a minor disease outbreak. I shall go. We lose 40. I will leave in a few days. The frontier is for soldiers and settlers, not for me. We don't really want to be losing morale, so we'll go for the middle option for now. Did upset the Foss away, but tough titties. Have we took this yet? Almost. That's one thing about... I understand it because it's probably more realistic that sieges do take so long in CK3, but I think it just makes the game slow down a little bit compared to CK2. So it's fine that it takes that long, but when you're making a series or whatever and it takes years and years and years to do one war, it just feels like all your characters die before you get to do much. So it's harder to get attached to those characters and roleplay with it. To the respective King Maelies of the Blackfyre host, I call on you to honour your alliance and join me in the Iron Throne, Tyrosh. Oh, for God's sake! Egg, what are you doing? What are you doing? We do not want this crap this early on. We're going to have to join, of course, because we can't afford to lose our ally. So that's quite frustrating. Name the next kid Eli. See, Jorman, I'd do that, but there's no way we're having a third. 2 is more than enough. Lila, Angel. Damon, horrendous. Put me off ever wanting another child again. I love the little guy, but he fits the name. He fits the name. See, I like the name Damon. We didn't name him because of A Song of Ice and Fire. We just loved that name. But I would hope he'd be more of a Damon Blackfyre than a Rogue Prince, but unfortunately not. He is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous compared to his sister. But you can't help but laugh at him. Join the Discord if you like football. So who's Princess Isa? Who are you then from the Discord? I'm guessing you're going to be Dom or J-Meg, considering from that comment. I didn't realise that this was your YouTube name. I'm going to go with one of those 2 guesses. Wow, you used to steal strats from me? I'm not that good of a player. I know Game of Thrones lore, so that's probably why it works for me playing these series, but I wouldn't say I was like that good of a player at Crusader Kings. Maybe when you've just played thousands of hours, you just sort of do get better than you realise, but I would never have thought I was that good of a player. We need to try and end this war with Lys, but I don't think we're going to end it in time, and the whole of the Iron Throne is going to be coming eastward. That's really annoying that they've done that, because Egg would never invade and try and subjugate Tyrosh. That makes no sense. So quite frustrating when stuff like that does happen. But we'll roll with it and we'll see what happens. Let's march on to this next province and try and get this war done. And I've not got my submod for clearing all notifications on, which is really annoying. Yeah, I really did call it with a name, Chris. I didn't think that he would actually turn into such a horrendous person just by having the name, but apparently names matter. Alright, it's going to take a while to siege this down, unfortunately. Is the Iron Throne... Oh, wow. What chance have you got against that? Seriously. Let's have a look at the manpower difference in this war. 27,000 to us. Oh, 37,000. Okay. Oh, no, we've got 37,000. Oh, no, I've read that completely wrong. It's not 27,000. It's 270,000. How? How? That's a ridiculous amount. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, let's continue where we are. And I think Egg did take the Stepstones by the looks of things, or at least subjugated them. Defending against King Aegon the Unlikely in Iron Throne Tyrosh. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. It looked like... Oh no, they've subjugated the top half of the Stepstones, not the bottom half. Irritating. Very irritating. That's going to make life a lot more difficult for us. But if we can try and do something over here, get our allies, maybe we can still somehow make a dent. I don't know how, but maybe somehow. Yeah, I had heard it was basically impossible, Chris. That's why I decided, yeah, we won't go west to Westeros. We'll make our own Blackfyre kingdom over here, and it looks like that is also an impossibility. But if all goes tits up, we'll try a different scenario. It wasn't to get a series right going, just have a little bit of a welcome back to the channel and have a little bit of a dabble in the game before looking into something a little bit more long term. Is Aeron's son alive? Aeron Brightflame. Yeah, I think he has bastards around this time, doesn't he? Let's take a look. Pretty sure he does. So we want to go to siblings. Prince Aeron. Yes, he's got Prince Aegon of Dragonstone, Brightflame, who also has a son, and Prince Maegor of Dragonstone as well, of House Targaryen. Yeah, I can't believe that they've gone for... I wasn't expecting that. It's kind of ruined the whole stream, but we'll go with it. Let's take this next province. See if we can at least end this war with Lys before the Targaryens take over Tyrosh. I don't think it's going to happen, but we have 4 prisoners that can be ransomed, so we'll do that for a bit of gold, but it's not really going to... Oh, we do have more gold than I expected, actually. One of my prisoners did die. Really, Eli? Maybe I'm just ridiculously unlucky then. But I remember, I don't know if any of you can remember when I did an Aegon the Conqueror stream just for a bit of fun. And I've never had that where it's failed. It's always the easiest playthrough you can do on CK2. We started it up, we lost the war instantly. And it was like, how? It's just so unlucky, it's ridiculous. Oh, nice. A 10k ally army completely being slaughtered. Just what you love to see. Just what you love to see. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing much here. Wow, Chris has become a member. Level Squire. Chris, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Back up, I think Stannis is doomed, unfortunately, yes. I do think he's going to win the Battle of Ice. I do think he'll take Winterfell and rally the North, but I don't think, unfortunately, as being Stannis' main fan, the #1 Stannis fan, I don't think Stannis' story is going to be one that ends with a happy ending. I think he's doomed to fail at some point. Unfortunately. Whether he'll make it out of wins, I suppose he could do. He could make it to the last book. But he won't make it to the end of the story. And he won't ever sit the Iron Throne. Come on. What's going over in Tyrosh? We're only at -6% somehow. Considering the whole of Tyrosh is... That is absolutely ridiculous. Look at the stacks that they've got on Tyrosh. How is that army even sustainable? That is not sustainable. That is ridiculous. We have taken a prisoner in the siege, but we are losing the war. Can we try and ransom a few more of these off? 25 gold. Can we ransom this big 50 off? Yes, we can. Beautiful. What have we got next? On to the next province. A little bit of gold. Oh, thanks, Chris. I really appreciate it. But you already know you've done more than anyone for this channel. So don't ever feel like you need to do something. the plundering of Tyrosh. It's going to be more than a plundering. There's going to be nothing left. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they'll be taking some Boltons. I do... Is it... what's the actual theory called? The light theory, where... They're basically... I think they're going to drown. All the Freys are going to drown. The Mandaleys will turn coat. And then they've got some... Stannis has got some Karstark men. He'll have the Frey supply chain to keep his army fed. And... they'll use the Frey uniforms and armour to disguise his own men, along with the Karstark men that have now been put under Stannis' control, along with the Mandaleys. I think they'll take Stannis' sword back, so then maybe Ramsay did write the pink letter, because he'll think Stannis is actually dead, and he has genuinely got the sword. And then the Stannis army dressed as Freys, along with the Mandaleys and the Karstark men that are now under their control, as well as all those other ones that are inside Winterfell's walls who are just waiting to turn cloak. I think they'll open the gates and they'll let Stannis' army in the dead of night or something, and Stannis will take Winterfell. Let's have a look, Eli. I'm sure that they probably are taking some attrition. They've got to be, haven't they? Because that is... It's insane. Look how many... 45,000, 50,000, 32,000, 55,000, 40,000 Ironborn, 45,000 Valemen. It's insane. It's just... It's not even plausible with the lore. It's why have they got so many men? I think we're going to have to just go straight for the capital release, aren't we? Else we're going to lose this battle pretty embarrassingly. I do have the Valyrian Steel submod Rex. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I have installed. Do you think Harry and Karstark are going to die and Alice will inherit? I don't know if he'll die because I can see Alice inherit him through Stannis with the Magna of Fen. But I'm not sure if Harry will die because he's kind of the crown's pawn for Carhold. So I think it'd be very silly of them to kill him because they kind of need him to sit there for themselves. You're telling me, Backer, don't they have a problem? That's a ridiculous amount of men. I do remember in some other playthroughs I've had there with how many men they've got, but the fact they've got that many, for the fact that's just completely insane. Especially to call up that many just to take Tyrosh. We'll employ both strategies. Right, we're going to have to sail over to Leith. It's a real shame that you don't have the same navy as CK2. That's something that I love about CK2 as well. How the navies work. Much, much better. Yeah, that is one hell of a... That's probably the biggest Doomstag I think I've seen in this mod. But I don't think we'll be playing as melees for long by the looks of it. So, it is up to you guys what you guys think we should play when this inevitably fails. If you've got one that you'd like us to try next, go ahead and we'll move over on to that, because this is pretty doomed. 500k? Is that even possible in Westeros? Nowhere near, even if they called up every man, surely. John is still in the Night's Watch in the book. Where the book's finished, he's currently kind of dead, or probably dead. They did add strategy. That's what I mean. Like, how CK3 is now, the North can just stroll all their army to White Harbour and sail the entire army together. And it's like, that's not how... The North can't do that. They don't have the ship. It's impossible. And it sort of makes the Ironborn as well pretty useless in CK3. Because you don't have that navy size and everyone just piles onto the Iron Islands and take them ridiculously easy. Any army. As long as the army's bigger, it doesn't matter. Exactly, yeah. 60k thousand for the Gardeners and Lannisters. They probably could have called up a bit more between them because they rushed it, but not as many as they've just called up now. Yeah, they don't even need to go out of port. They can literally just walk off the beach and they're gone. It's insane. That's one of the things it really needs fixing. But you can't blame the mod for that. That's the base game. Come on, can we take lease and at least do some do something? Yeah, a shattered world would be a fun stream to do, because that could be possibly be one that we could carry on into other streams. A shattered world could be fun, and then literally just randomize where we start. Yeah, Beyond the Wall could be fun. Maybe as the Fens. So you've got a bit more of a chance, the most civilized. And I did really enjoy my Fen series that I did on CK2. Yeah, I have heard theories like that, Rex. Maybe I do think there was something maybe that happened with the Mad King, because he did like flip quite instantly. But then again, Targaryens tend to do that. Incest isn't always wincest, guys. Not always. Mostly, but not always. Can we at least turn this? No, 36% just by taking lease. It's terrible. What do you think, guys? Should we change scenario? Wow, Albert, thank you so much. You really didn't have to, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, 5 years. Where have those 5 years gone? It's insane, isn't it? Absolutely insane. How on earth is the channel over 5 years old? The Discord over 5 years old. I've been married for 5 years. It's insane where that time has gone. It feels like 5 minutes ago when I started the channel. 5 minutes ago when I started the Discord, and Chris was the first member to join, followed by Glaxer. It literally doesn't feel that long ago at all. How's Vhagar reboot? That could be a good idea for CK3 once Dragons hit. We could do that, because we haven't got to wait for an Andal invasion. We could do a Vhagar one. That we could do. The quick books are back, Chris. Love it. Swap to egg and take the credit. Let's do it. Why not? Just for a laugh. At least then we can carry on and do something. Here we go. And we're winning in the war. 25% with our Doom stack. Who was lost as melees? Why not? Let's have some fun. I don't get to cheat much in any of my series, as I like to try and keep it as realistic as possible. Wow, thanks, Albert. I really appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, some of you guys were super young. I was younger. Gods, I was strong then. Well, I wasn't. I've never been strong, but, you know. I wasn't aching in the mornings every day like now. And getting old and getting beat up by my 2-year-old. And when I say beat up, I mean beat up, guys. He terrorizes me. I get bullied by a 2-year-old. Physically and mentally. Oh wow, is that where you found the channel? On Vhagar? I think it was around the Vhagar series when the channel like started to pick up a little bit of pace. I remember I did a Stannis playthrough for my first one, and I think I did Maegor the Cruel, which, if I'm right, is I think around when Chris joined. Chris will correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure he found the channel around Maegor. I think I did a few others before Vhagar. Vhagar was the first time I dabbled with the custom, and then it went to Knights of Andalia where we dabbled a bit more, and then that series just got better and better. I would have changed a lot at the beginning because we learnt a lot as we went along, and the team that I have now, or when we last did the Knights of Andalia, was like so much better than the starting team, and a lot more settled now with better writers, so the later episodes are a lot more better. So I wish we had had that level of writing and commitment from the guys who helped me do the Knights of Andalia at the start of the Knights of Andalia, and then that could have been really special. What was the first series for some of you other guys that you watched? Wow, Jordan's first started watching and then he's graduated last year. Insane. Insane. And my daughter-in-law, Jenny of Old Stones, has had a daughter. Alright guys, best name for Jenny and Duncan's daughter. What we got? She doesn't have any traits, so there's nothing there, but we'll let you guys name her. We've taken someone in the Tyrosh siege. I feel like I don't even need to pay attention to what's happening here with our manpower because, well, we're going to win regardless, aren't we? Tyrosh is an insane fort level, but we are taking some of these other units as well. Actually, this isn't even being sieged. We're just literally just standing here. Let's go and take something else while we're here. Rainies, okay. Not a bad shout, Rex. We could go Rainies, actually, in memory of poor Rainies and Mayleys who sadly were taken from us this week. May you grow strong and wise, Rainies. We need to pick a lifestyle folk. Marshal for Aegon. I thought Aegon would have been more of a stewardship or diplomacy, really. I'm going to go stewardship. And my land and people under my care are my strength. See, that is what I'd say is more egg. Much more egg, in my opinion. And we've had 2 Rainies, so there we go. Yeah, we've gone for the right one. And I didn't really want to now we're going to be stuck with Tyrosh, and I don't really want Tyrosh. We have got a martial focus to use. Well, we may as well try and max out this tree as well, considering we've already got one maxed out anyway. How are we doing down here? Wow, Albert, that is commitment. That is... I never thought someone would watch a video of me in a gym. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you must have watched me around Vhagar or before Glaxy, because you were the second one in the Discord, so you would have been pretty early on. Ah, yes, House Mud, Chris. I forgot about the Mud series. I actually quite enjoyed the Mud series that we did, where we took over the rivers and hills. And yeah, we did do Total War, but that wasn't... I think Total War is the sort of game where it's hard to do as a series. I think Total War is something that I might try again on stream. I think it's easier to do that as a stream. Stephen Francis, thank you so much, man. You really shouldn't have. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's give Stephen some love. Never caught you live before. You're a legend. Knights Mandalia is my favourite video game playlist on YouTube. Wish you the best from Boston. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. I love how much love the Knights Mandalia get. I never thought it'd get so much attention. I think there's a lot of people who maybe didn't see it because it was towards the end of CK2, a Game of Thrones like lifespan, and a lot of people aren't too sure about the whole custom thing. But when people do get into it, people seem to really like it, which is awesome. But that's more down to the guys who helped me out in the creation team. Chris, Jorm, Matt and Amir, massively so. And the other guys who have helped over the years in that series. Eli, Lucian, who's sadly no longer with us. Not in that way, I just mean not in the Discord. I made it sound like something foul had become of him. In Essos, the ragtag alliance of pirates and mercenaries known as the Band of the Nine have increasingly found success at a worrying rate. Duncan tells me that the King Meleys the Monstrous, as he calls himself, may prove a greater threat than initially imagined. Emboldened by the success enjoyed by him and his court of up-jumped sellswords and cutthroats, a preemptive strike will be best. These 9 penny kings are of no concern for now. Let's let them do something that might become more of a threat then. Wow, 13. That's scary to be 13 again. Yeah, you did join around then. Rex, you might have joined a bit before because you're the Knights of Vandalia character came into the series in Anger II's reign, I believe, because they played a part in the War of the Stars, so you must have been around then or before. Yeah, I suppose it could be because Duncan taught him German. Yeah, I suppose you're right there. Jon Snow series, that was another series I love. That was such a good series. I really enjoyed the Jon Snow one. Aengar Targaryen. If we get a boy, Eli, I'll do it for you. And yes, Aengar, Chris, Aengar, with that awful Leicester accent of mine. Yeah, I miss him too, Albert. I really miss Lucian. What a guy. I love Lucian. I love all you guys in the Discord. It's crazy that we've got that community and that relationship we've had for like 5 years, some of us. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Tommen, the son of Lord Huston of Whisper Point, has fulfilled his solemn oath and has departed this world under the mantle of his white cloak. Long Tommen died of old age. Long Tommen was a skilled knight who acquitted himself with aplomb in the service of his liege king Aegon V, being well regarded for his skill at arms. With his departure of the Seven Heavens, the duty now falls to fill the vacancy. Bring me the greatest knights in the realm. And while we wait for that, I'm just going to grab a quick drink, guys. I'll be 2 seconds. You guys make sure you stay hydrated as well. As it was Vakar, you started. You remember? Yeah, I'd forgot about the Mud series. That was one that I really enjoyed. I really did enjoy the Mud one. Done that many series on CK2. I forget how many that I actually done. We did a Tommen one. I think we did. The Martell was where we tried to put Viserys on the throne and succeeded pretty quicker than I expected. So that sort of ruined it. Sometimes it can be a bit like anticlimactic and end a lot quicker than you want them to, which unfortunately they don't. And then there's the other series where it's dead good and all hectic, and then it's like, yeah, now what do we do? It's hard to keep them ones interesting long term, which is another reason why I want to try and focus more on streams as well, so you can do a stream, get it all done, it's done, and you move on to the next one, and then just have like the custom series maybe as the series on the channel. I'll say, what else have we done over there? We've done Greyjoy. We did the Theon Greyjoy stream, which was hilarious. Who have we got here then? So we've got Scaly Allard, who is 19 and lowborn, but oh my god, a formidable fighter. Ruthless, sadistic, and ambitious, though. Not really traits you want in a Kingsguard. You want that skill, but not the nicest traits of a Kingsguard. Casso, who's a formidable fighter, is a red priest, so we don't really want a red priest in your 7. And another red priest, so yeah, none of these will do. Maybe we just find our own instead, because to be honest, the AI very, very, very rarely actually ever recommends somebody decent. Like, literally never. So we want to sort by our marshal. Sword of the Morning, 58, but he is Lord, so unfortunately we can't do that. Lord Roger Rain we also can't do, unfortunately. Scaly Allard started as a character that just couldn't be deleted from the game. That's really funny. He just spawns every time. Okay, now I kind of want to name him to the Kingsguard just for that reason now, because that sounds hilarious. So he developed into a full character. That's awesome. I like stuff like that. Stuff like that's quite funny. It's like House Josso started in the Knights of Vandalia just from a random game-made character, which was really awesome. Stephen, friends, I only started watching your videos about 2 years ago. I knew you were living your life and weren't around as much, but I listened to all your role-play. Awesome, mate. That means a lot, and I'm glad that you've found such joy out of it. Thank you so much. I'm glad that hopefully you're around now for hopefully the channel returning more full-time. We've got here Adam Pearl, who Stormlander, temperate, wrathful, greedy. He hasn't got any real fighting ability though, unfortunately. We could look for traits, and we want someone who's obviously not. We want an adult male. Can you name females to your Kingsguard in this? I'm guessing probably not. If so, then we could do that, but I don't think you can you? Right, this will give us a better idea of who we've got. Python. I kind of want to name the guy that we just had, though, now. If we could find him. What was his name again? Scaly Allard. Oh, we've got the trait. Let's have a look. He's going to be here somewhere because he can fight. Yeah, I want to name him now just because now Chris has told me about him. I feel like I really want him on my Kingsguard. I think he deserves it. Why not? Oh my god, is this still going on? Greetings, King Aegon of the Iron Throne. I would be honoured to serve with your Kingsguard. Welcome aboard, Scaly Allard. Welcome aboard. Rise. Let's go take this island here. Why not? Oh, the Blackfyre host is here. We've just bumped into the Blackfyre host. Now, this could be interesting. With our 202,000 men. Oh, no, 20,000. I've actually read it wrong that time. I thought I read 200,000. We're actually probably going to lose this fight because the rest of our... Oh, no. Here they come. Here comes the boys. 60,000. Here comes another 96,000. That's insane. Is there anything you can change in the settings to tone this down a bit? Because... that's crazy. Oh, and King Melee's the Monstrous has left. How did he die? Was slain by Lord Paramount Ormond of the Stormlands. Still killed by a Stormlander, but a different Stormlander. House Goldmark will one day come back, and we will continue embezzling money from the Andalian Bank. Trust the path. Awesome house name. We've got the so many awesome custom house names. We gained the trait consumption because of course we did. Do no more than what, it's too late for caution, leave me be, do no more than what is necessary, and we're feeling a little bit brighter. Enemy war leader captured. Awesome. 100% perfect. Let's enforce our demands. So Tyrosh is now subjugated. He's still the Lord, though, which is interesting. How armies just disappear as well. They don't have to go home to disband. It's like, yeah, just disappear and we don't lose. 902 men. Have we literally only got that many men? That's insane, if so. Yeah, I think you did do a Goldmark POV, Albert, didn't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Roseheart. Love a good Roseheart. See, that'd be awesome in CK3 because you've got the proper tourney events and stuff now. It'd be awesome. All the racks are dead and have micro penises. Yes. Yes, they do. A little bit of lore there added by Amir. And it was one that I thought, well, Amir, I think that's probably quite fitting. Yeah, so go ahead. Rynek, I hope I'm saying that right, but thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. You shouldn't have, but yeah, thank you so, so much. My thoughts on England? I do struggle with international football now. I don't know what it is. I obviously still watch, but I don't enjoy it like I did when I was younger, but I don't enjoy football as a whole like I did when I was younger. And I don't know if that's just me getting old and miserable or if it's the game changing itself. I don't know how England have got to a final yet again, playing some of the most boring football I've ever witnessed, but fair play, they have done it. They probably should with the squad that they've got, to be honest. They should be there or thereabouts anyway, but I didn't expect it. We'll see what happens in the final, because Spain have probably been the best team by far in the tournament, which surprised me a lot, to be honest. Didn't expect them to be so good now that they've not got a lot of the superstars that they've had in the past, but I got the name. I nailed the name. Guys, I actually nailed a name first time. That doesn't happen. It must be luck. That won't happen again, I can assure you. So, feel privileged right now. Feel privileged. I still can't say Amir's name right, and I've known him for years. See, I know people are saying, oh, you should feel sorry for Gareth Southgate, but to be honest, the minimum he should be doing is reaching finals with that team. The amount of talent that England have now is insane. You can appoint a worthy successor to the Knight of the North Star. What's the Knight of the North Star? Who should we go with there? Gerald, Jeffrey, John. Okay, well, I'm not going to force anybody, so we'll leave that for now. We can accept that ransom. Love how we're now just playing as Egg. Prince Duncan. And Jenny, obviously, he's not our heir. We have Jaehaerys as our heir. That means we've got the Mad King, haven't we? Yeah, Aerys is born by now. Rhaegar should be born, actually, shouldn't he? Yes. Yes, he is. 3 years old. Intelligent and beautiful. Let's... Can we not give him a guardian or anything yet? It doesn't look like it. Have we got any other grandchildren been born yet? Oh, of course, that's a sister. We've got... Oh, yeah, Lord Stefan, of course. And Bobby B has arrived. Let's get him in the capital. Who have we got with ridiculous? Should we send him to Barristan the Bold? Prince Duncan? John Darklymore? Let's send him to Barristan the Bold. Bobby B. Warded by Barristan the Bold. Yeah, the Knights of the North Star does ring a bell. Maybe that's what it is. How it does the Knights of the North. Could be. You've gone from England to America, and then fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what it is with football. I think the money's just ruined it, hasn't it? It's ruined football, unfortunately. And we've got the plague still going around. We can negotiate alliances with Prince Jaehaerys, so we may as well, and Lord Tancred of the Red Fort as well, of House Crane. So we may as well. It's good to keep lords on side. We may as well go for it. Every time I play CK3, I feel like I need to try and remember how to play. Young Robert, Lord Paramount Ormond's grandson, has at last arrived from Stormlands for his education. Yes, Bobby. I missed the Bobby B bot. Loved the Bobby B bot. It's so Sentinel as well. It knows what it's doing. "100% knows what it's doing." My dear uncle, I am... it's our nephew. Okay. Okay. So, is the Blackfyre host fell apart now, or are they still... Yeah, it looks like they've sort of just fell into disarray now, into several petty small kingdoms with the death of Melees. Beautiful. Who controls Summerhall? I imagine it'll just be ours, won't it, with Maekar gone? Yeah, it's ours. We could probably give that... We don't have another son. We've got Prince Jaehaerys. I suppose we could give it to Prince Aerys for now, the Mad King. Should we do that? Or do we keep it for... We'll keep it for ourselves for now. I'm guessing... Is there an event for Summerhall? Does it ask you? I've not played as Aegon yet from the start. Does it ask you, or does it pop up after so many years? Oh, no, because it's Rhaegar's birth, isn't it? So it must not pop up then, unless it pops up at the start of game and we've missed it. And we're dead, and we are going to play as King Jaehaerys. King Jaehaerys II took your place as Courtier Head. Now that I sit upon the Iron Throne, it's time to name my heirs. Aerys takes his place as Prince of Dragonstone. Yep. Go on, Aerys. You pop over to Dragonstone. Unfortunately, Cersei and the Boar got to the bot. Yeah, I think they must have. Really? You've had the plague in Colorado? Well, that's Worrying. Did one of Egg's sisters marry a Tarth? Oh, we're not looking at Egg now, are we? Aegon. Princess Dala, who, yes, married Lord Lucian of Tarth. Word has reached me that my plans have been interrupted and it's no longer possible for me to pay a royal visit to Sharp Point. I was looking... Oh, so it looks like Jaehaerys was on his way for a tour, but that's obviously been cancelled now that he's king, so he's on his way back. We do have empty council positions. What sort of... Well, what is Jaehaerys even like? He was quite a weak king, was he? Didn't rule for very long. Definitely doesn't live up to Jaehaerys the First. Siege leader, though. Fortune builder. Brave, diligent, compassionate, and just. So decent traits, really. Yeah, we'll go with the stewardship focus. Wow, we're already building that up. We'll go for the domain focus, like with our father. Our council, we've got our wife. She can do court politics for us because that's where she's going to have her biggest impact. Visited the Dragon Pit, okay. We arrive at a small village in Rainey's Hill. A village in Rainey's Hill, okay. To see a quiet commotion in the town square, an unfortunate creature is surrounded by furious villagers. The bleak, hopeless look in her eyes fades and brightens as she notices my procession's approach. My king, these villagers say my actions have made a sinner of me, but it is all lies. Won't you give me the king's justice? True, the evidence seems circumstantial, but a lowly peasant should never speak to their king unprompted. The execution is just. The evidence is frivolous. Let her go. Serving me will be her punishment. Let's have a look. Poet, adequate. Well, she seems like quite a decent person with okay traits. Let her go. We can negotiate an alliance with Lord Paramount Ormond, so we will do that. We can pardon criminals. My vassal Lord Titus has brought forward undeniable evidence that Erin was fathered by none other than him. I wonder, did Erin know about his true heritage, or is it that this much news to him as it is to me? Who's Lord Erin Hill? Okay, isn't really relevant, isn't it, to us? We gain the trait Traveller. We can create something new. We form that alliance. What? Whoa, go away. Can create the Kingdom of the Stepstones. No, not for now. I'm not interested in these lessons. Right, let's sort out our council. We can't give Duncan. He's been disinherited technically, and so it would be... Then again, he was disinherited by Ares. Does Jaehaerys maybe reward him? We can try and do a royal progress if the game will allow us, and if we've got the gold. Have we got enough gold? Possibly. I get events like that all the time, Eli, where they don't make sense. It's really strange. Yeah, the Bloodlines in CK2 is awesome, and I'm also a bit of a CK3 Game of Thrones noob myself, so I'm not too sure. Chris is the main man to ask, because he's actually like involved with the mod in some way. I think you do the lore, don't you, Chris? Is that right? So our Hand of the King is Duncan. That's fine. My brother, our Chancellor. Yeah, Lord John Aaron. We'll go with that. Steward. What have we got? Lord Paramount Ormond, who is the best, and he's our brother-in-law, so why not? Marshal, Lord Jonel of Duskendale, Lord Donal. Why did I say Jonel? I don't know. Lord Donal, is that the same one who takes the Mad King hostage? We will assign him though, because he's pretty good. Spymaster, Elwood, Lord Gorman. We'll probably go with Lord Gorman because he is a lord, isn't he? So 20 intrigue, elusive shadow as well. Yeah, so we'll go with him. Admiral. Now, I know it doesn't really matter, but I do like to try and go with somebody lore-wise who actually is a sailor or has a fleet, so we will go with the Greyjoy and try and keep those behaving themselves for once. I do world building. That was it. I knew it was something like lore-wise. That's really awesome, though, Chris. I'm made up for you that you managed to get involved with that. Well done to you. Yeah, I actually do remember that, Albert, how that actually happened. It was really random. We've had some of the craziest random things happen in some of our series. I'll gladly accept your invite. Who are Lord Eustace of Oak Range? Be a big honour to visit your humble domain. Yeah, I'll accept your invite. The oil lamps cast a light so feeble that it's nearly imperceptible. An old servant serves his food, fish unspiced. Lord Eustace seems a bit too nervous, talking about the difficulties of ruling such a poor area, the impossible taxation, and the last priest we had left after just a couple of months. He mutters, putting away the watered wine. He breaks into a crying mess immediately, burying his face in his hands. I must be honest with you. My intention in inviting you here was to steal from you. Dear Lord, I hope you can steal from us. We're the king. Now you should pay for this. Pays 5 gold to us. Let's forget that this ever happened. We gain some stress because we're compassionate. Would we gain stress for that if we're compassionate? Surely we wouldn't mind. But we're not going to give him money. We'll just forget this ever happened for now. Yeah, Paradox really has been on the lazy side. Yes, Matt. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Glad that you could make it. Thanks for coming along. A wild German has appeared. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has potential in CK3, but they just seem like the game's been out 4 years now. Like, almost. It's a long time. Or is it 4 years yet? It'll come out around November time? It's around 4 years, isn't it? So, like, I'd have expected it to be a little bit more further along than it actually is by now. Finished Grand Tour. Oh, so we was already on a Grand Tour, so we won't be able to have another one, unfortunately, Rex. My Master of Whisperers has come to me with grave news. Is Peter the son of Lord Hoster of Southstone that is plotting against my mother, Betha? Peter Bracken. I don't know. We can host a grand tournament, but they can be a bit long-winded, so we probably won't do that. Let's have a look. Ares and Rella, they're already married, aren't they? Of course, yep. Rhaegar's now free. Can we... No, we still can't offer him guardianship, unfortunately. Greetings, my benevolent liege. I arrived in the Red Keep to pay homage to you. Oh, yeah, thank you. Just give us some prestige, renown, or gold, or whatever it is you do. Oh, yeah, definitely, Eli. That's something I really want to do. I'm really looking forward to having that unlanded trait so that we can literally start from the bottom. I'm really excited for that. The Rise of Halfgran take 47472927. Yeah. Your silver tongue is shining today, John. I have been corresponding with your Master of Laws. I must say that I have come to see you in a new light. Lord Commander Kyle of the Wall. Okay. Improved relationship with the Night's Watch. We can unlock a perk for our stewardship. We'll go for divided attention so that we can almost get Architect. We don't have a hell of a lot of gold. Have we done anything with our men at arms? What do we have? We have crossbowmen who are currently unstationed. So let's station them in the Red Keep for now. Just so they are doing something, I suppose. I arrived back at my castle after a long, lonely walk. Another year passed, another year older. I was born this day 38 years ago. The older I get, the more I cherish the relationships I've cultivated over the years. So it saddens me that I've not heard from my sister wife, Shara, or any of my friends today. You've not heard from your own wife. I trudge along to my chambers, loneliness impeding my lazy feet, when I hear a clang and a hushed whisper from down the hallway. Oh, we've got a surprise party. Surprise! What a surprise! All my nearest and dearest friends have come together to wish me well as I begin this next year of life. There is even an entire table laden with saffron cakes, my favourite. Here I was thinking that everyone had forgotten about me. I cannot believe that Shara went to all this trouble arranging this in secret. I had not a clue such a thoughtful surprise was being planned at all. My friend Duncan approaches me, struggling to carry 3 beautifully wrapped packages. Ever the trickster, he says, I 3 gifts here for the choosing. One shall be yours, but which shall it be? I'll take the biggest one, the medium-sized one, or good things come in small packages. Let's go for that one. A fine brooch. Very nice. We've got a mercenary company. I didn't even know that we had a mercenary company. That's probably why our gold isn't going up so much. That's also true, Glaxy. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time for them to patch over it, doesn't it? So hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, the DLC's soon, is it? Jorm told me the other day. Was it November or September? September, I think, wasn't it, Jorm? Oh, yep. Oh, no, that's when CK3 come out. Yeah, but I remember Jorm telling me the other day, and I forgot already about when the new DLC is coming out. That's awesome, Eli. The character jumping out, thought we were going to be killed. That always reminds me of the original House Grand series that we did, where Lucian's character became like a full-on mad regent, like Lord Peak style, and the new young king like chased after him on his wooden horse toy and pushed him out the window. It was hilarious. Walder, yeah, Walder Frey. If you mean Walder Frey, then yeah, he should be alive at this point. He should probably be quite old at this point, actually. I can tell that there is something wrong with my sister wife, Jaehaerys. As soon as we're in bed together, she is clearly distracted, and I clasp her hand gently as I... It just sounds so wrong when you read my sister wife and in bed together. Even though we're so used to A Song of Ice and Fire, it still sounds weird. It's a money matter, she sighs, running her free hand over her head. I have some family who are short on luck, and they are close to losing their home. I used to spend time there as a child, but we're brother and sister. What are you talking about? She looks at me pleadingly. Is there anything we can do? I'm sure they could pay it back to us. They just need to get back on their feet. They'll be good for it, I swear. Well, considering it's probably us. Yeah, go for it. Who the hell are we paying money to? Back to CK2. Yeah, I still find myself going back to CK2 every now and again. Mainly when I want to play like the War of the Five King or Feast of Crows bookmarks, because like I said earlier in the stream, they're my favourite bookmarks. I love playing those bookmarks. This event was not made for incest, but incest is wincest, John. Oh wow, really? August or September? That soon? That's awesome. Really awesome. Something to look forward to. My name is Hagen, my lord. I have come before you to offer my wisdom. My king's god Gerald, who brought the man before me, looked sceptical. He approached the castle riding a donkey, my lord. Backwards. Interesting. Please share your wisdom with me. You gained confused for 5 years. I'm sure we're not playing as the Mad King. Does anyone else have the feeling, like I said the other day in the Discord, that I can see House of the Dragon ending with Alicent poisoning Aegon? I don't know, I just see it coming. I can see it coming. Oh, I know. Tell me, George, it's so hard to try and defend him these days. I know it's like, oh, there is books and he'll do them when he wants and he doesn't owe us anything, but he does seem like he just does everything in his power to avoid writing the damn book. Yeah, I think there's been problems with the mod team, hasn't there, in the past, but the mod is getting better and better now, to be fair to them. You've got to be fair, but I think they did have a lot of issues with team members in the past, and it seems like they've got a more settled and proactive team these days. Yeah, I can see, yeah. How dare you make your dragon eat my best friend? I need to avenge Rhaenyra. Like, they've already, like, annoyed me a bit in the last episode. Like, I know Alicent's a bit of a bitch anyway, but she's there with Aegon, and he's like, oh, I don't know what to do, and she's like, oh, like, she's getting angry at him for not being a very good king. And it's like, well, you forced him to take this crown. He didn't want it. You've not prepared him for it. What are you expecting? Oh, I've seen the stage play. That's the Tourney of Harrenhal stage play, isn't it? Which is, yeah, random as hell. And then there's all the show spin-offs and stuff, and it's just like, oh, just give us Winds of Winter, please. It's been 13 years. It only feels like yesterday when it was like 2015 and it looked like the book was like almost there when everyone thought it was about finished. And he thought it was about finished himself, and then God knows what happened to be now freaking 9 years later and still no closer. Yeah, I was saying this earlier in the stream, Stephen. Sunfire is one of my favourite dragons, and the fact that the only time we got to see Sunfire properly is like 2 minutes before it basically gets crippled is a bit disappointing. Oh, exactly, Eli. I hated that as well. Like, fair enough if you're going to make that twist with her and Cole. Yeah, cool. But, like, they just keep showing it. It seems like... this is the annoying thing that annoys me about House of the Dragon. I don't want to moan too much because it's not as bad as the end of Game of Thrones. But, like, it's good. This is the annoying thing. House of the Dragon is good. But they seem to do something every episode, whether it's one scene or just a couple of minutes of something, which then puts a massive dampener on the rest of that episode. The stupid Rhaenyra in the Sept thing, like that was just stupid. Rhaenys bursting through the floor. It's the Laenor fake death. Just stupid things for no reason. It's 13-year anniversary today. Now that is depressing. That is hella depressing. Yeah, I agree massively, Matt. They've made Rhaenyra and Alicent too passive by whitewashing them too much, especially Rhaenyra. Like, you can whitewash her like they had slightly, but still give us still make her a little bit grey. I mean, she's very grey in the books as you get towards the end, but I don't know how now they're going to have to like really drastically twist Rhaenyra, like Dany show levels of twisting her to get the Rhaenyra that we get who sits on the Iron Throne, because that is it's a different Rhaenyra to the Rhaenyra that we have at that stage of the book anyway, but it is a hell of a different Rhaenyra to the Rhaenyra we have now in the show. Insanely different. And is it coming home, Matt? I don't know. I don't know. I never know with England. And technically it's never... Can you really say it's coming home when we've never won the European Cup anyway? See, it's very optimistic, that Glaxy, and I wish I could have that optimism, but I've had that optimism so many times over the years where, like, yeah, he's just waiting for this, or he's waiting for that, and then he comes out and just kills it. It's like, I really want Fire and Blood 2 as well, because I'm really looking forward to all the Blackfyre Rebellion stuff. I love the Blackfyre Rebellion, so I'd love to get more lore on that, but he can't really do Fire and Blood 2 until he finishes the main series, because then it's going to ruin all the revelations of Robert's Rebellion and the Duncan Egg books. God knows when we'll see another one of those. I don't know. A secret truth has reached the light of day. My son, Prince Aerys, has had an extramarital affair with his lover, Emeria. And it looks like he's got her pregnant. The tram cannot go unpunished. These accusations are naught but malice and lies. He's a prince. He's going to do things like that. And we're now known as the Just. Nice. Not bad. And beyond all doubt, my son and heir, Prince Aerys, has been named as the real father of the unborn child of Emira, a commoner from Driftmark. Dragonseed. Yeah, exactly, Matt. I agree. She just didn't seem... And she seemed to have got over Luke's death very quick. Like, this thing in the show, it's literally only been... what, 2 weeks at most, and she seems fine. And then there's the whole, like, Jaehaerys dying as well, and Alicent's completely... Like, how can she come into the set like that? She thinks that she's killed her grandson. It's going to probably end with her son's deaths, if she doesn't do something. And she's just like, yeah, we'll just sit here and have a chat, and then I'm going to let you go. It's absolutely ridiculous. And there's so many people who are like, oh, but it's such a cool scene. No, there's just no logic to it at all. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's way too black and white. I think I look at it, Stephen, as the show is just another different telling to Mushroom and Septon Eustace. It's another telling. It's not the canon version. Definitely not. Hey Rowan, how's it been? How's it been, man? It feels like it's ages since I've spoke to you. Great to see you. I really hope you've been well. Yeah, I'm not sure about Dunk and Egg. Like, I love the books, but it's like there's only 3 of them. They're very short. Can you really make a series out of that? Yeah, I'm really disappointed the fact there's no Nettles. Really disappointed by that. I don't really see how that storyline's going to play out. Is that because they don't want to make Rhaenyra look like a bitch when she wants Nettles dead? So it's like, oh no, we can't do that because that's going to make Rhaenyra look bad. It's like, and? Yeah, we've had this conversation, Matt, earlier in the stream before you got here. Like, the more that I think they're trying to turn us against Aegon, I cannot get enough of Aegon in the show at the moment. I love him. He's become like my favourite character in it. And I think, even though, yeah, he is a dick, he's awful, but he feels real. He's not whitewashed. He's grey, dark grey, but he feels like a proper character, a real A Song of Ice and Fire character. The reason we love this series so much. Yeah, Vhagar's awesome. All the dragons look awesome. The casting's awesome as always, but you always expect that. But Vhagar's bad. The only thing I'm not sure about Vhagar is how the hell she's like a full-on stealth bomber and no one sees her coming all the time. She just appears like she doesn't make... I don't... Yeah, it's like she casts a shadow bigger than like a small castle and somehow keeps managing to sneak up on people. Oh, they've really butchered Criston Cole as well. Yeah, he is a dick, but like it's like they've tried to go too far with him to try and make him the Joffrey or the Ramsay. Jaehaerys, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little daughter who is frail and quick. Anyone got a name for our new daughter? Feel free. And the family's doing great. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for asking. I really appreciate it. I was just saying earlier on about how awful Daemon is, which I suppose is karma for calling him Daemon. Have you been around, Rowan? I feel like I've not spoke to you in ages, but I've not been as active in the Discord as I would have liked to have been. I'm going to try and change that going forward. But yeah, I feel like I've not seen you in a long time. Yeah, they definitely have picked the most biased version of Criston, unfortunately. But then it feels like they've then, not only have they chosen the most biased version of him, but then they're like, the one thing you can't say against Criston Cole is how good of a fighter he is and how good of a knight he is and a commander. And I feel like even in some cases they've tried to like make him, even take some of that away from him. Like they took the bit with him and Harwin where he breaks his bones and like made it so it's like, oh no, he beat Criston Cole up instead. And then he assaults an unarmed Joffrey and kills him that way rather than in the tourney because he's, you know, I don't know why they've like really had to go dirty on him because he's quite an unlikable character anyway. You didn't have to go that extreme with it. Same as Rhaenyra is quite a likable character for most people. You didn't have to go so extreme to try and make her the Daenerys. I suppose it's a good marketing way because obviously Daenerys is very popular, so you're going to get all those Daenerys fans to really like her and want to watch it. So I suppose there is that way. Ayla, name her Aegon. Well, I did promise Eli that the next male we had would be an Engar, but unfortunately we've not had it. Jonquil, yeah, we could go for a Knights of Vandalia Jonquil. Do we ever have like a Valyrian-y sounding female name in the Knights of Vandalia? I can't remember one. Yeah, they did do the same with Jaime Lannister, where they made him a little bit more mediocre. And don't get me started on what they did with Edmure Tully. And you don't want to get me started on what they did with Edmure Tully, because then you don't want to get Matt started on what they did with Edmure Tully, because he will really go to town on that subject. So what have we got? We've got an Ayla. We'll go with Ayla Rowan, just because I'm so happy to see you again. We'll go with that. We're not going with Elena. We don't want any Elenas, Rex. That's the last thing we want. Helena, we could have gone with an Helena. I do like Helena. Poor Helena. It's going to be interesting what they do with her as well. I do like what they have done with her, but like now that you're not going to have obviously the other son, so we're losing that. That's another thing maybe that's not going to now make Rhaenyra look so bad, because obviously they take someone takes the head of the baby, don't they, to Rhaenyra on the throne, and you've got the two accounts, one where she cries and is disgusted, and one that she's really happy about it. Obviously, I think it probably would be the one where she's more upset about it, but you're not going to have that either now. Yeah, Tyrion whitewash. It's like the benevolent King Jaehaerys of the Iron Throne, your wisdom and mercy legendary. It seems that there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. Okay then, let's go for it. But yeah, it's like when you have a popular character, it's like they do feel too scared to make them do questionable things. But like for the majority of people, that's not going to put them off that character. It's going to make them like them more because they're more relatable. A grey character is more relatable, more realistic. Some of the most popular characters from the books are these grey characters. Look how popular Stannis is, how popular Jaime is. Tyrion, who obviously is very grey. Arya, very grey. And everyone's joined us. I don't see the Stepstones really doing much here. Yeah, Edmure in the book he's the perfect lord, especially if you're a small folk. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Hugh and Ulf, because they're not really going to want them to betray Rhaenyra, are they? So it's going to be interesting to see what does happen there. Nice phrase, Matt. But yeah, you've got a good point. Tywin is a fan favourite because of how awesome Charles Dance was, and like you say, he's extremely black. But if that's how black your arsehole is, Matt, I think you might want to go see a doctor, mate. There might be something wrong. And I'm a little bit worried, so let me know how that goes. Oh, really, Matt? That's really interesting, because like I have no knowledge about that also. It's really interesting to hear it from somebody. Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the dragon seeds. I'm glad that they haven't cut Adam and Alan, because obviously there was a lot of rumours before this season that they could be cut as well. They obviously didn't get it all right because they've cut Nettles, which is disappointed, but I would have been really upset if they'd have got rid of the two Valyrians. That would have been unforgivable. Right, where are we going to land our host? Have they marched a host towards us? I did see their army sailing, but no idea where it went. And we're at 100% already. We didn't even have to do anything. That's ridiculous. Can we create that kingdom yet? What do we need to create it? 500 gold. God, I forget how hard gold is to come by early on in CK 2 and 3. Yes, yes. Until you start upgrading stuff and then money's too much, like in the Knights of Vandalia after 150, 60 years. It's like gold just fell out of the skies. Yeah, we haven't actually discussed that actually, Stephen, about the eggs, and yeah, I don't really like that, to be honest, because I always liked the what's her name, Farman's stealing of the eggs. I much prefer that, and I think that makes a lot more sense. I think they've just done it again to try and connect that Rhaenyra to Daenerys fan base by making them so similar, even though they are completely different characters, completely different. Yeah, I'm glad that we have had mention of Daeron though, Matt, so at least that means that Daeron the Daring is going to appear, because that was another one I was extremely worried about. Tell that to Florian. Alyssa Farman, that's the one, Chris. My mind went blank. My mind went completely blank. But I do like how, did you see how, in the behind the scene things in that, where they were really yeah, the Danny eggs, and really thinking it, and then because there's been a lot of backlash about it, and now they're sort of backpedaling, well, no, that's just one possible theory. I also would have preferred a Blackfyre show as well. I'm not hating, like you say. I am enjoying House of the Dragon. If it weren't for those little scenes that they put into the episodes, it would be amazing. Not Game of Thrones season 1 to 4 amazing, because that was just a masterpiece. But it would be right up there as a really, really good show. It's just those little things. My mind went black. A traitor against our grace, King Aegon. Never. King Aegon II, the true king of Westeros. What is it? King Aegon the Dragon Cock, or whatever it was he said. I love him. I think he's been brilliant. And then in the interviews I've seen, I like the actor as well. Awesome. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a Blackfyre one at some point. What I think would be the best thing is to get a retelling of A Song of Ice and Fire in an animated version, so that they didn't have to cut anything and did it exactly like the books. That would be incredible. And yeah, he'll use an excuse not to write the books. As long as he can keep putting that off, he'll keep going. I've lost complete track of what we're even doing in the game, because I'm enjoying our discussion so much. We can declare a load of wars. There's not a lot we can do. I think we start more small time in our next stream. This is why I prefer playing as the smaller characters. But I was looking forward to building that Blackfyre East Kingdom, and that went tits up very quick, like things always do in my streams. All the 7 who are 1. How could you do this to Rhaella? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me instead? Oh, so we're not going to get a Daenerys, it seems. And Rhaegar's dead as well, which is probably going to please some people, along with Princess Arya. You've been overwhelmed by stress. The pain is far too raw. I need something to numb it. Milk of the poppy addict. I must press on. It is what she would have wanted. Yeah, I think it's the cast. The greens are cast so good. Yeah, an anthology animated series would be incredible. Yeah, I feel the same, Albert. Like, even when they do it well to start with, there's just so many of these, like George said himself in a post, there's so many of these show and movie writers out there who take these incredible stories and for some reason are like, yeah, that amazing author who's wrote all these books and made this series super famous and popular, I can do a better job than them and change something stupid because, oh, it looks so cool, but it makes no sense. Cool for the sake of it. It's just, it ruins it. It really does. And like getting back to it, yeah, the Greens cast is awesome. Aegon, Aemon, Helena, all really good. Otto, absolutely incredible. But I remember saying right from the start when we first got the casting and I seen the actor who was going to play Otto, I've seen him in a lot of stuff over the years and different things, and as soon as I seen it, it was like, oh my god, yes, he is perfect to play Otto Hightower. And yeah, he's lived up to the expectation that I thought he'd have, and he was incredible. That episode the other day was incredible, where he's going mental at Aegon. Awesome. The acting in that scene was incredible. His face when Aegon's like, well, Kristen Cole acted, and as you see Otto turn like, what? Oh, it absolutely hilarious. I sip at my mug of spice wine, eyes scanning over my latest scrawled work. A simple winter in my head. Oh, how such a beautiful countenance gleams, so perfectly pure, I come apart at the seams. Although perhaps she'll break my heart yet, but at least her memory I'll never forget. Truly I am one of the greatest artistic minds of my age. A fine verse, what shall I muse on next? Writing is fun, I don't know about rhyming, perhaps I'll have a bath poured instead. Ooh, a poet or a journaler? Let's become a journaler, that's more interesting than poetry. Grave news reaches me. My son and heir, Jaehaerys, has fallen ill with green fever. Okay, so it looks like House Targaryen is going to all die. And, oh my god, look at the state of the Mad King. And he's unmarried as well, so he's going to... Yeah, Alyssa Valyrian, let's keep those bloodlines nice and pure. Lines about legacy. The latest work of my vassal Lord Simon has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with memory and what we leave behind, and Simon has publicly dedicated it to me, that king of the Iron Throne. What man does not hope to rest when tired, no matter his wealth and treasure acquired? And when their final hour nears, wonder will life echo through the years. So far I've kept my thoughts to myself, but the buzz has grown too dramatic to ignore for much longer. I don't know quite how I feel about this. Simon, I can see this is truly heartfelt. Oh, that's another thing in the latest episode. Daemon's chat with, not Grover Tully. Which Tully is it? Was it which Tully works? They've mixed the characters up a little bit, haven't they? Grover's the older one. I don't think we've seen Kermit, have we? So was it Oscar Tully? When he's like, oh, well, could you, like, smother his face with a pillow and speed up your inheritance? It's so funny. I'm hoping, Rowan, that I can get the House Grand one carrying on, because I was quite enjoying that one before the mod got updated. But if not, I'm sure we'll do something custom. But I know that a lot of people want to see normal series as well, so we'll see. I might think of look at a few potential series ideas that I wouldn't mind doing, and then I think I'll probably put it out there on the YouTube community later and let you guys vote on there which one you'd like to see. I know that Galaxy said earlier possibly about something Beyond the Wall, which I would be quite interested in doing actually, because obviously with CK3 there's a lot in the game. A lot more that you can do beyond the wall now, which is really interesting to me, which I'd quite like to try out. There's probably a few other playthroughs that I probably wouldn't mind doing. Yeah, Daemon has been awesome. Matt Smith has been really good as Daemon. And Prince Aerys has recovered. Good, because we want a few more heirs, don't we? Custom all the way. Nice. I'll say, I do like the customs as well, because it feels a little bit more like you can do a lot more with it. But I know that they're not everybody's cup of tea. So if I can try and strike a nice balance, that would be good. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks again for the live chat as well. I really, really appreciate it. You really shouldn't have. And yeah, I hope you enjoy any streams and series going forward. If you're not in the Discord, then feel free to join, and you can join in with like the discussions and stuff that we've had today, much more regular. Young Eddard and Lord Edward's grandson has at last arrived at court. Eddard Stark, Ned Stark's at court. I don't know why, but awesome. Form an alliance with Jaehaerys. Will he get himself some more sons, hopefully? I love that we've got more of these backdrops as well. Dragonstone looks awesome. Storm's End looks awesome. Hopefully we get a few more going forward. And we've managed to form that alliance. Perfect. House Grand, unfortunately, that's like kind of when I stopped for a while, and then I just got busy and couldn't get back into YouTubing again. We've been having our kitchen redone, which is pretty much done now, so I've got my PC free again. But yeah, House Grand, as I said a minute ago, when they did, I don't know if it was the latest update to the mod or the mod before, it messed up my whole submod list and save file and made it all a bit awkward, so I've got to do messing around to try and get that working again, unfortunately, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. That's like one of the only pains with when you do those custom series. Like obviously with with the Knights of Vandalia, I don't know why I forgot how to say it. We have to use a very, very, very old version of the mod for that of CK2. That's why we don't have the bloodlines and the latest version of the CK2 map on that. But it's still an updated version enough of the mod that it's still got everything there. Whereas with CK3, it's obviously updated constantly at the moment, so it makes it quite difficult to keep it up to date with the mod. We can be doing that custom series, and if I keep back on those old versions of the mod, you're going to be missing out on a lot of those new updates. So I don't know, maybe if we should hold off maybe on a custom series for a little while until we've had a few more updates, and then try and build a big custom series like the Knights of Vandalia, where we can hopefully get something that's going to span generations again, because that's what I'd really like to do. But it's just thinking of the right idea and waiting for the mod to reach a stage of being more polished and finalised to be able to do that. Do something. More reports roll in from the Lordship of Darkwood's Mall as the camp fever continues to rage. Hi, Septon, having brought me to the latest of the missives, personally slams a hand on my desk. The people expect us to be performing some acts to help them, he insists, gesturing at the message. Now I've seen this type before. All we need to do is purge some of the filthy animals that have been bed-eviling the area. The affliction surely won't last without them. Leans back in satisfaction as I ponder. It is the will of the seven who are one. We must cull the sheep. And I'm just going to grab a snack. Yeah, hopefully we can carry on with House Grand, because I was enjoying that series and things were going quite well. But again, some of the CK3 mechanics almost messed that up a few times when everyone was trying to subjugate everyone with their doom stacks. Let's have a look at Aerys' bastard. Oh. He's dead as well, Rex. So the Targaryen line is not looking very secure at the moment, is it? Our heir is Ares. Who's in line? Oh, we've still got Ayla. And it looks like his wife is pregnant. She's doing the pregnant pose. So hopefully we'll have another young heir on the way soon. But yeah, there's not many Targaryens about. We've got the disinherited Rhaenys. Who, oh no, she's not disinherited. So we've got 2 female heirs after Aerys, and that's it. Lit only by a single candle, my finger pauses on an entry in the ledger. Something is not quite right. Soon I am searching through every record from the Lordship of King's Landing I can find. At last it is clear as day. It seems as if an entire village has gone missing from the taxation records. The tax collector in King's Landing must investigate. I shall travel to the village personally. Villages go missing all the time. Pay it no heed. Well, that don't sound very good. Tax collector must investigate. We need a new steward as well. Oh, we've got Lord Quellon, but aren't you? Yeah, you're already master of ships. Could bring Silvertongue in, but he's very good at diplomacy. Not as good as Lord John though, so we can't bring him in that role. I don't really think we have anyone else a master of ships though if we move the Greyjoy over to that role. Probably would have to go with you then for now. Colin, the tax collector and Lordship of King's Landing, went to great lengths to press upon me how important it was that I come to see the missing village for myself. Following days of travel, I finally ride into the village. It seems like any other dirt patch of a settlement. Colin is nevertheless insistent. My liege, allow me to show you this place. I beg of you. This is my home. I feel like something's going to happen. Show us your village. Let's see. As Colin showed me around the village, all I see are gaunt cows, chickens digging in the dirt, and peasants returning from the fields with light burdens. When I comment on it, he makes his point. These people can barely feed their livestock. If I demand more from them, they would starve. I guess I could grant a tax lien. Even under the circumstances, they must pay. This is what you wanted to show me. Treason! Yeah, we'll be lenient if they've not got any money. We will have a look, Rex. We checked on them earlier in the stream, didn't we? And they were still alive then. I suppose they've got 2 daughters, Bright Flames. One of them has a daughter, Aya, Bright Flame. And yeah, there's not really any children coming from those. Daron the Drunkard's got Princess Viella the Simple, who also has no children either. So the taxes levied on the peasants of my realm can at times be so harsh that even life is stifled. Easing it can often be the path to even greater prosperity for a patient king. Unlock a new lifestyle perk, golden obligations. Griff is a bright flame. Now that would be quite interesting. Suppose it's possible, technically. I do think he's a Blackfyre myself, but I suppose that is a possibility. Hi Alicia, how are you doing? Definitely a possibility, Baker. Definitely. Back up. Negotiate. Have we not already got an alliance with you? Oh no, Stefan's now... Yes! Guys. He's born. Oh, we can't offer him a god. Have we still got Bobby B? Lord Robert of the Stormland. I thought we had you under Barry the Bold. So why are you no longer here? Let's get you back. And then we can try and get Stannis as well. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. Greetings, my benign liege. I would be happy for Barris and Selmy to educate my son, Robert Baratheon, a noble upbringing for a noble spirit. Now can we get Stannis? Because it's Stannis that we really want, isn't it? Let's be honest. I'm going to take Stannis on myself. Ah yes, the questionable faith of the last few lesser Targaryens, the twins who had their accident What about Maegor the second? I want answers as well. Come on, Georgie. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what happened with the Bright Flames. There is a possibility that there could be some there. There's quite some possibility that there could be branches from all over the shop. But then, like, that's another thing I find hard to believe in some of the world. Like, you've got the Lannisters and the Tyrells and that, where there's hundreds and hundreds of them. But then the Starks, such a noble, powerful house, and there's, like, literally Ned and his kids, and that's it. Obviously, there's Benjen, but he's part of the Night's Watch. There's no other, like, second, third cousins or anything like that. It's literally something really, really, really distinct in the Vale, and that's it. It's like how, but it's like it's common with a few of the other houses as well. It's like, how are they in such, like the Baratheons? There's like no Baratheons hardly. I suppose they're not that much of an ancient house, but someone like the Starks, there should be a lot of Starks kicking it about somewhere. What decisions have we got? Isolate capital. Probably a good idea, so we can get rid of this illness and enter seclusion. No, we won't enter seclusion, but we will isolate the capital. Greetings, my impeccable liege. I've arrived in the Red Keep to pay homage. Thank you. Give us some gold. No, he's going to give us some renown. That'll do. It's better than nothing, I suppose. We can now create that kingdom, so we will do it. Is that our own title? Does it come under our own title? 7 Kingdoms, Lord Paramountcy of the Crownlands, Lord Paramountcy of the Stepstones. Yes, it does come under us. So who do we actually have down in the Stepstones? Lord Great Badger the Compassionate, who he doesn't have a great opinion of us, but we will grant him the title of Lord Paramountcy of the Stepstones. Starks have no game. It's too cold up there, Rowan. Too cold. We've all been there. I don't know, because I do buy in back to the theory that I think Varys is a Blackfyre. Or at least very connected to the Blackfyres in some way. They say that the male line of the Blackfyres ended with Maelys the Monstrous. But I think there's a reason why they've said the male line ends. So I think Varys is a descendant of the female line. John, the son of Lord Addison of Duskendale, has fulfilled his solemn oath and has departed this world. Bring me the greatest knights. Let's see who we've got. Summoner Maester. And our councillor has died as well. Is that just because the king's got? Oh no, we need a new admiral. Lord Stark probably wouldn't be a great admiral. Let's go for... Oh no, he's our Hand of the King, isn't he? Lord John's already on the council. Lord Robert the Frail of Rosbury, probably not a good idea. Not really. We're going to have to go with Lord Edward then, just because he's good at martial. A soft approach is best. Could Varys be a dragon seed? I suppose technically, if that for what the term is. Benjamin went to the wall because he's scared of women. And Molestown was too close, and all the wildlings are coming south, so he's like, I'm just going to go beyond the wall where there's none at all. John, the son of Lord... Yeah, we've already done it. Who we got? We got Yosso, Casso. What's with all these red priestess who want to become Kingsguard? Albino, trained fighter. None of these will do. Yeah, none of them are good enough, if I'm honest. Yeah, did Bitter still have children? Matt, you'll know. I don't think he did from my knowledge of the lore, but Matt's the man to ask. Anything you don't know, ask Matt, and Matt will know the answer. Early prevention success. It would seem the moderate approach has proven successful with a slow in spread of disease symptoms among the commoners. Though the impact is quite minimal, it should at least grant more time to work on more permanent solutions. Not that we know of. Yeah, that was my thought too. I couldn't remember anything, so, but I wasn't 100% sure. So at least I've been backed up with what I thought was correct. Lord Paramount, Edmund's Hunt, Enter Seclusion. Yeah, we won't be doing any of that. How old are we? Well, we're only 42. I suppose we could. No, we probably won't have another child. Did Ares have another child? Not yet. Or maybe she wasn't pregnant. She looked like she was pregnant, but maybe not. Or is this the new... Oh no, this is new. Elora, we just didn't get to name her. Okay. New stewardship, lifestyle, war profiteer, Herigold. It's mine. We'll go with Herigold so we can get a little bit more taxation. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Brilliant, Rowan, brilliant. His wife was one of Daemon's daughters, wasn't it? Who was like ridiculously younger, so you probably couldn't even marry her till much later anyway. Oh, sorry about that, Rex. My lord, it's come to my attention that there is room for a sept in your domains. I promise you, a sept will be built. Yeah, let's build a new sept. Why not? For the gods and all that. Consumption, my poor sister wife. My sister wife, Jaehaerys, has fallen ill with consumption. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by her bedside. Yet, all is not lost. Jaehaerys might survive, should luck be on her side. Only the father knows her fate. The physician wants to know how my sister wife should be treated. The time has come to be drastic. Now, we don't want any Lister in his face being ripped off. So, the choice is up to my sister wife. Let her decide for herself. No, not Duncan the Tall. Lord Duncan of the King's God has fulfilled his solemn oath and has departed. Bring me the greatest knights in the realm, and it's going to bring me a load of bad ones, isn't it? New Lord Commander. Perhaps someone else shall take Lord Duncan's. Gerald Barristan shall lead the King's God. Let's get young Barristan the Bold in charge. Nice and young. Is the Blackfish still alive? Edmund, Hoster, Zach, yeah, Catelyn and Liza, and yeah, Brynden Tully is still alive. He's got children, Leomund and Miera Tully. Yeah, he could also be a Bittersteel. I just think he's Blackfyre because I think there's too much emphasis put on the Blackfyres throughout the books for it not to have some sort of payoff. Like, yeah, as a like just a mention in passing here or there in a POV, but the amount of attention that's been put on the Blackfyres throughout A Song of Ice and Fire and then throughout the Dunk and Egg books, there's got to be a payoff. There's got to be a Blackfyre appear in the main series, for else all of that's sort of just meaningless. Yes, it's cool for the lore and such, but the amount of emphasis that George has put on it and the amount of times it gets brought up, there's got to be something related there. Orchis Trestle. Now, he's the one from before. None of these will do. Why does it keep recommending the same one? We're going to have to find our own Kingsguard member, aren't we? Let's have a look. We've got the same setting. Oh, we need to get rid of the trait. Let's put in... what's it called again? Formidable Fighter. Who have we got who's a formidable fighter? Loads of red priests, of course. Lewis Korn. Formidable fighter. Compassionate, stubborn, diligent, brave. Yes, you. Yes, definitely. Can I not? ask you to, offer, invite to your King's Guard. He's not even knighted, but 49% chance of him accepting. I'm not sure, Rex, to be honest. I didn't used to think we would, but then with what happens with Viserion in the show, I think it's definitely a possibility that we could see some sort of ice dragon maybe, or something similar. Faith of the Seven Red Priests. Then again, I know that I had the event in the Grand series where like red priests kept showing up with like amazing fighting ability if you were willing to accept them. To walk through the twins, it is to be treated to a dreadful symphony of human suffering. Oh, well, it's only the phrase, isn't it? I've survived worse. It's only the twins. To the perceptive Jaehaerys, I must turn down the service within your King's Guard. I can't simply cast off my claims and titles as if they were a pair of old clothes. Okay, sorry about that. We'll find somebody else then if you're not interested. There's got to be somebody else decent. 17-year-old here. Formidable fighter. Refusing marriage, which is a good sign. Fickle, arbitrary, diligent, compassionate. You'll do. And apparently he will accept. Formidable fighter at 17. That's what you want. Indeed, protecting me is an honor. I think we're still... Aren't we still one short on the King's Guard? Pretty sure that I didn't... Yeah, I thought we still had a space. Because one died just... We didn't replace the one before Duncan, did we? And then Duncan died as well. I wish it had let me open this without disappearing. Let's see who else we've got. Prefer a younger one because a lot of our King's Guard is quite aged now. Scaly Allard, who we've already got. Gilmore Peak, quite young, refusing marriage. Arrogant, stubborn, ambitious, brave, which is good. I don't really like to have an ambitious king. Then again, I suppose he could be ambitious, wants to be a King's Guard. Let's invite him to our King's Guard. Perfect, there's our King's Guard sorted. And his Lord Father's very happy as well that we named him to the King's Guard. A Kraken, that could be interesting. There's definitely going to be some sort of crazy shit go on near Old Town. A lot of magic and mythical stuff going on down there, so I could see something happening. Yeah, exactly, Eli. Isn't that just how the phrase look anyway? With their weak chins and Weasley look. A crimson stain so stark against the pale cloth, I stare at it in disbelief, suppressing another cough. Did I? I wipe my finger against my lips, my hand trembling as I pull it back. I can feel the warm wetness, but I dread to look. I'm afraid you have contracted consumption again. Do no more than... it's too late to be cautious. Leave me be. Do no more than what is necessary. And it worked. Thank you, Maester Morgan, with your pirate eye. A Jacken? Did I miss Jacken? Did somebody ask about a character a minute ago, seeing if another character's alive? I can't... And, oh no, we died. We got better, and then we died. And now we're playing as Ares, our third character of the stream. A shadow over Erinford. I've survived worse, but the Mad King now. Fuck everybody. King's Guard falls ill. This illness does not want to go away. Got our new queen. Can we try and get another child, please? Let's try and romance her so that we can try... We've got 0 success chance. She has a 100% opinion of us, though. So why is it so low? Can we seduce her? We've got a 90% chance of that. So we'll go for that one. Maybe we have to do that one first, and that's why. And we've just lost Lucifer Hardy, so we now need another... send me the Scions of the Great Lord. Let's see if they send something better. And we've got a full empty council. Duncan Targaryen is our hand. You can manage domain. I've arrived in the Red Keep to pay homage. Or no, aren't you here anyway? Lord John is our Chancellor anyway. 49. Crazy. I forget. I know John Aaron was old, but I forgot he was that old. No worries, Glaxy. It was great to see you again, mate. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll probably stream for a little bit longer. Probably not too much longer, to be honest. As I'm a bit out of practice with this long talking. I'm not used to talking so much, as I've not recorded for a while. So I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. And I've been up since like 5 AM this morning. So I am getting a bit tired. But I've really enjoyed it, guys. So I think I might try and record a video tomorrow, or maybe stream again, because yeah, it feels good to be back. It really does. I've really missed it, having this outlet and talking with you guys. We need a new steward. Who have we got? Kevin Orland, the Silver Tongue. Well, you're the best one, so we'll go with you, even though you're lowborn. Marshall, Donald of Duskendale, Spymaster, Lord Joshua the Frank of Sharp Point. We'll have a Lord and Admiral. Oh, we could have had Bar Aemon for that, really. Oh, the White Seahorse. Yeah, it's got to be a Valerion, hasn't it? If we've got a Valerion who's capable, then we've got to go. Oh, look at this little sigil here. It just made me think of you, Rowan, and House Oakhart. Oh, no, House Seymour. House Seymour's the gold tree. Oops. Now that's a doo-doo, isn't it? That's like mixing up the Brackens and the Blackwoods. Whoopsie. Cheers, Glaxy. Good to see you, mate. Hold a tourney and the winner gets Kingsguard place. That's a good idea. I do like doing stuff like that, actually. And my poor daughter is now ill. I trust your judgment. See what he can do. Oh, we've not got our men-at-arms stationed. Oh, we've got several men-at-arms. They're the Swordsman Kingsguard. Your Kingsguard, Uther Donnelly, spends much of his time that isn't at your side in your courtyard. Sweat running from his brow as he crosses swords with the greatest warriors in the realm. Uther has become a familiar face to your armourers and the Master at Arms, and word of his deftness with a blade has become the talk of the court. It's nothing unusual for him to be seen in the courtyard from first rise of the sun to its final wink. Uther has garnered a reputation as a skilled blade master. Perhaps you can help me with my sword play. And yeah, we're going to station my men-at-armour. We need a life focus as well. Diplomacy. Now, this is a very different Ares, isn't it? Then again, it's how he was in the earlier days of his reign, wasn't it, I suppose? So it's not too far from the truth. Bestowing the mantle, Lucifer, the son of Lord Harith of Portsdale, has fulfilled his solemn oath. Another one. Literally, our Kingsguard is so old. Winston Hull, trained fighter, refusing marriage. Patient, just, ruthless, forgiving. Maybe not too bad. Harlan Granderson, skilled fighter, refusing marriage. Quite old though, but brave, honest and compassionate. Not bad traits. Jonathan Darragh. Oh, Jonathan Darragh. Yeah. Wow. Only right, isn't it? Jonathan is built for the position. I know, Rowan, I really apologise. That was one hell of a cock-up on my part. And I think Amir would be just as angry as you if he'd have heard it. Probably more angry. Ecstatic peasantry. The peasant in the lordship of Summerfield are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. Okay. Oh, I haven't checked in on the west. Is Titus, the toothless lion, still alive? How's Tywin doing? Still alive, and we've got Jaime and Cersei as well, just being born now. Is Kevin alive? Is Lancel born? He's had different children instead. I've been made aware that Queen Alyssa is very close to her uncle Lord Mark. Gaining his favour might help me catch Alyssa's attention. Yeah, we'll do that. Available perk. Inspiring rule. Let's go for that. Unlock. Are you off, Albert? Well, thank you for joining, Albert. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat as well. And yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Wardefrey sold, he has lived through. Is that how many kings he's lived through? 8 kings. Wow. Well, Tommen, Joffrey, Robert, Aerys, Jaehaerys. Yeah, he's alive then. Egg. He's alive during Egg, isn't he? Because he's at the Harrenhal. Is it Harrenhal? Butterwell. No, it's with Lord Butterwell, isn't it? So that's 6. With May. Hang on. I've lost count now. Let me think. Tommen, Joffrey, Robert, Aerys, Jaehaerys, Aegon, Maekar, 7. Is he then also... Who's the king before that? Who's the 8th? Who am I forgetting? I've missed somebody in between, haven't I? Viserys. Is it a Viserys? No. Who have I missed? I've missed somebody. No, it's not Viserys. That's way before. Who have I missed? Aerys, Jaehaerys, Aegon, Maekar. Daeron the Good. Is he alive? Is he alive when Daeron rules? Yeah, he's about that age, Rex, I think. Aerys the First. Ah. Yes, of course. Yeah. With the sickness, that's when... Is that when Aerys dies? Wow, that's 8 kings. That's insane. And he could very possibly, depending on how things go in the week, could maybe outlive Tommen, which would make 9. For when Aegon, because I think Aegon will sit the throne next. Aegon, whatever you guys think he's genuine or not. But I think he will sit the Iron Throne. And I forgot to station these, didn't I? Let's have a look. Who have we got? Station you in... Oh, we can't. We've already got people stationed there. Can we station you at Summerhall? I'll take care of it in a second. I'm attending the dance, not simply because I am the Lord of the Castle, but because I want to see Queen Alyssa there. Oh, it looks like she's pregnant, which is good. Join the circle for the next dance, my lady. She's probably not going to be too happy about it. Do no more than what is necessary. It's too late for caution. No, do no more than it's necessary. Yeah, we gain the trait. Not good. So probably going to die. Yeah, Aerys the First is very forgettable. I completely forgot. And then when you said it, I was like, oh yeah, of course. And our steward died. Nice. Celtigar. Let's go for Lord Celtigar. I've not seen his fanfic. I don't know how much I like fan fictions. I suppose I do in a way, because I suppose you could say like the Knights of Vandalia is kind of a fan fiction, really, isn't it? But like, I prefer it when it's not canon, like characters. But I do like some of Preston's other videos. He's made some wild and wacky ones over the years and made some very good content. I've not seen any of his newer stuff. It's been a while since I've seen a Preston Jacobs video, if I'm honest. The servants have been sent away and our bed has been decorated with seashells. As we are united in marriage, we are now united in heart. Perfect. Hopefully that will get us a few more children. Lord Paramount Stefan of the Stormlands wants to be regent. I'm just going to ignore that until it goes away. Who is our heir? Princess Alora, the 2-year-old. And then we do have our sister, who's our sister, cousin, and sister-in-law. And we have been declared war on by the same people again. Rally the trio. I'll just let the vassals sort it out for us. Wow, before Darren II dies, 9 kings. So he could make double figures, depending on when Tommen dies. And we've had another daughter. Wow. I think, though, guys, I will wrap up the stream here because my throat's feeling a bit tickly. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming along. It's been a great first stream back. Really enjoyed it. Great talking to you all. thank you everyone who made the donations to the channel. You really shouldn't have, but I do really appreciate it, guys. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you all soon for the next video or the next stream, or I'll probably talk to you like literally straight after this in the Discord. Thanks once again, guys. I'll see you all for whatever the next video is.